Welcome back. Today we are going to discuss about document management model, like how the system is going to help to manage the document management within the NANA application. So let me talk about myself. I am Sayed Turabi. I am the chief architect of this application. In this session, we are going to cover following topics like how to create document setup, how to create document line items. Then we are going to discuss about the parameters, various parameters about the document line item. Then we have an NS standard document attachment template, document attachment validation, document download, and document download log detail. And then we'll create a fresh document management transaction which will give us a little bit overview like how the system is designed and how the system flow works within the application. So let's go back to application. We are going to log in to our demo company, where the first thing we need to go through is the uh, document management, basically the setup. Like we have created here some sample data, like the organization is there. Now on the organization we have following documents. These are the different kind of documents which are being used in various organizations. Like if there is a company, so you will have an incorporation document, export document, GST, ISO, etc. The most important thing which we need to highlight here, whenever you create a document, there are following parameters which we need to be defined. Like a document which is being created is going to expire. If you click yes, then we need to enter the number of days for intimation. There are a lot of document in the organization which whenever you need, you will require the original document. So document management system is going to give us a scanned copy of the any document. But what about the original? So if you have a particular document, to like take example, bill of lading, which is the shipping document, you can have bid bonds. These are the original documents. Whenever you need original. So if you click yes here, then whenever the document is being uploaded using a script, we can validate the user to provide us like, okay, user is giving us a scan copy of document, but where is the original? So user can write the location, like within the office in box number 5 is kept. Now, if we move further here, we have a restricted document type. This feature is enabled especially to not to receive the documents which is not linked with a particular document type. Like take example, if I have a document type called ISO certificate, I should not, nobody should upload a video file against this particular document. Like there is a restriction here, PDF, XLS, doc and document can only be allowed. So basically what system is trying to do, system is creating a validation, so when the user is uploading the file, system can restrict and give the message like, okay, this particular document is not validated. If we move further, we have two more fields, which is the barcode and the RFID. These are the advanced function, like if you have a document which has a barcode, so it can be accessed from there. Second, this RFID, like in future, a lot of document and offices will have a RFID environment, so we can use the RFID function to track the document movement within the organization. So this is the basic setup we have. Like take example, if you go to employee, I have created documents like CV, health certificate, offer letter, passport copy. Like in the passport copy, we have expiry document, but in the offer letter, there's no expiry. In the CV, there's nothing. So this is the way, like you can come here, create a heading, and then create subheading, and then define the business logic regarding the documentation. So once this is done, we must have a form where we can enter the master information about, like I have already entered the data just to save the time. So we have this organization created, and now I'm going to attach the document. So when I click plus here, I have all the document type which we already created in the organization group. So I'm selecting this, then I can double click, and then I can go here and select the document type. Now here we can tell, like this is a company information document. If I enter here expiry date, like take example, if I'm entering, like I enter 2000 July, okay, 2019, then I'm selecting the other document, which is the GST certificates. Let's go back to GST certificates. Okay, I can select from here, and then let's enter any date. Let's select some document which is export invoice, and you select this one. Now docx is not allowed to upload to the selected document type, so it means there is a restriction on the document upload for the export import certificate. So let me try the PDF, because it seems we have defined the PDF. So now we have a PDF document for these three categories. So you can see all the document has been uploaded, and the system we provided, the expiry dates also. One more, thing which we need to highlight here, like take example, I have an export certificate, which is this one, and maybe nobody has followed, and this document get expired, and now you add new one. So when I add new one, the system will by default take the old one out, okay, and new one will be shown here, but in the log file I can have the old one also. So now if you see here and you move the mouse, like here there is one another tab which has all the four document, but if you go back here you have only three. What happened when I uploaded the next document for the same type, system will discard the last one, so we are assuming the last one is expired. But here in the old document you can have all the facilities, all the document which has been uploaded. Now this is the process for basically for upload. Now, if we have a document, then we need to download the document also. So there are two ways to download. One, you double click and it will open into the respective application, or you can just go here and tell the download. Now why the download is not working, because it seems the user does not have a download permission through the through the menu. So we need to go to user management, and we need to see, like, company, what is this company, I think it's company active documents, if I'm not wrong. Or let me go to organization so we can find it. What's the name of the transition? Okay, company related. So I need to write here company related. So I have a download here. It's already there. So let me log in again, and okay, this is the one. So let me see. Okay, now I got it. So if I click download all the document, So all the document which has been uploaded has been downloaded here. So the download is very easy, upload is very easy. But as we are playing with the documents, so we must have, system must have a track who is doing what. So I'm not going to discuss in detail the activity report, but I will just give you a brief. Like we have a transaction, what is the transaction name? Is a company related active document. So I'm just going to type, I want to see all the activity for company related. Now you can see here the system has a full log, like a new record has been created, okay, and then there are 4 uploads, then the file was viewed, and then I downloaded these files. So you can see the system has a full log, like who is uploading the document, who is viewing the document. So the full activity of the document management is being tracked. It's very simple. It's maybe in 15 minutes time we can create a complete brand new document management. Let's do it. What we have here, what I'm going to do, I'm going to create a table for the employee, where we will just have a two field, employee name, employee ID, and nothing else, like say demo employee form. Let's make it into a demo form, save it. Here, let's go and create it, master ID, and then employee name, name, okay, 50 and 50. I'm not going to do add any other thing. I will just create a table on the basis of this. Uh, Now what we need to do, there are two ways to define the table name here. If I don't do anything, the system will create a table and assign the table name by themselves. So let's go and create a table. So we created the employee form. So where just we will go and add some record in the table. So in the demo form, it has to appear here. Okay, if it doesn't appear, no issue, just log in. Sometime if it doesn't happen, the refresh doesn't happen, so it will not appear. So you have a demo imply form. Okay, now what is telling invalid object name? So let's go back and see what's the issue here. So it's everything is perfectly fine. Maybe I didn't create it. I created the table also. I created this one also. So what is the issue? Imply form. Let me close it. Okay, is the problem is here is this hyphen. Hyphen should not be there. So what we need to do, let's create a demo imply and save it, and let me recreate it. Okay, so now this problem is fixed. Like sometime if the system is not creating a right table, we can create ourselves. So here I'll go, I'll say Jack, let's say R Lee George. So I created 3 employees. Now what I need to do, I need to create a document management for these employees. So what we need to do, we have a document management template which we need to figure out. We can here system, just check the system transaction. You will have a system related document. Let me go see document management. So we have a company related system document type we have, and then we have document related management. Or what we need to do, if we have this transaction working company related document, we will copy the same document. So what I'm going to do, I'm going to create a document management implies documents, post it. Now you go to here and then tell the system to copy all the settings from this from the okay, this was the basically I was searching wrong. This is my by default document attachment, so I will copy from default document attachment everything. Now this whole process, what's happening now, it's copying the all parameters from one form to other form. Now once this process is done, then we need to do some more settings. Now, this document management, it's linked with which document type is the employee. So we will just post it here. Now we have to go to the employee form here, go to transaction and then create a detailed transaction for themselves. Before we do one thing, we have to create one line item here, one field here, which will be basically a calculative field. Now, this is a new concept which I need to explain in detail, but let me do it now for this transaction. And varchar, and the field has to be, name has to be link ID, and take the field. Now, what we are trying to do, we are trying to create a unique number for the document management. Now, how this unique number will work, we have to go to here in a table event, we have to select on calculated. In the on calculated field, we have to write here document head field by name link ID dot as string equal to document head field by name master ID dot as string plus hyphen plus QR transaction QR trans field by name document category dot as string. Now, what is the meaning of this whole syntax? This particular grid which is connected, this panel, the dataset which is connected name is document head. Now, QR trans is the transaction where all the information which is written for the form is saved. So what we are doing, we are taking the ID from here, from document head, and then we are taking the ID for employee and then making one string, so it will be a unique, it will be a unique number. Why we are doing this? Because the system has a capability to connect a third party application data also. Like when I'm getting the data from third party, uh, there is a chances the unique number will get clash, because the document table is one, all the company documents are going in one place. So that is the reason we are creating this calculative field. Now you can see the moment I save this one, and we will go back here and just make display true here for the link ID, and you will see the difference. Once we close this one and load again, you can see here the unique number will appear. Okay, document head not declared in line number 58. If this kind of error comes, we can go here in setup and click script. So somewhere it's showing I have written something wrong. I think it's here. Yeah, it's here. So what we need to do, we need to go back to the setup panel, go here on calculated, sorry. Okay, let's go back because it's giving us an error. Okay, something went wrong. So no issue, just log in again. Okay, which form it was? It was implied form. Let me see, something went wrong. Very strange. We created, we are working in current company, correct? Let me see the log file so we can see which is the last transaction. It was demo company, and then new record. So it seems some by mistake it got deleted. Something went wrong. Okay, no issue. Let me create a new form, the imply form basically. Imply master, and we'll put in demo form, and let's make it here imply master and save it. Let's add the field primary key name and then 50. So we can have sorted. Always we have to keep the primary key on the first position. So whenever you create a field, either you do ascending or descending to make sure this number is to be on top. So it's back to ascending, I think. Yeah. So now what we'll do, we'll create a table. Okay, now we can go back, and now we must have here. Okay, it's not appearing, so let's log in again. So this is imply master. So we have imply master now, and it's very strange. I don't know what happened last time. It's Jack Lee George. So we have three data is there. Then I'm going to and creating the link ID, link ID is 20. So it has to be, so what we need to do now, everything is okay. We need to just go back, and it has to be a calculative field. Yes, yes, calculative field. Close it and open it. So we have three fields now. It seems to me there is a problem in these two fields because of the this data type issue. So let me select it character only. Calculated field is character. So calculative field cannot be filtered also, because it's getting generated on the runtime, so you cannot filter the calculative field. Now here we have this. We need to see the data type of the calculative field. Because of the data type, maybe okay. Now the field is created, but we have not written the code, because when I was writing the code, something went wrong. So let's do on calculated. Again, we have to write the same thing. Document document head dot field by name link ID dot as a string equal to it will be master ID plus, like I'm making a string keyword trans which will be document category. Okay, so we created the string here now, like master ID and this particular employee ID will make a one string here. So let's save it and go back and run the form again. So now you can see here the 8 is the employee document type, and then 1 2 is the employee ID, so it's creating a unique number here. We have already created a employee document, I think. Let me go and check, like what we have. Employee document we don't have. If we don't have, then let's select. This is okay. Last time we created, but it was we get messed up with other things. So here I will say employee implies document attachment. Now here we already mentioned the employee document. So what we need to do, we created the document detail. Now we have to go to the setup form for this. Go back here and then load it. Now here we have a link ID, and then link ID, and here it will be imply document attachment, and this is the script which has been generated. So now if you load it, now you can see below here the the tab is already designed. We just need to do some final touch up. Let's make it this one here, make it this one here, make the grid a little bit bigger. Uh, let's make it like this, and then this one, let's leave the grid like this. Okay, so I think this form will become this one. So okay, perfect. So now we have fixed the form. Let's go back again. Now there should be a link from master to details. To make sure the link is there, so we need to go and see the on insert, what's happening on the on insert. See, on insert is getting transferred some information, but this is not a complete detail. So what we need to do, we need to take the copy code from this particular attachment. So I will go here and I will go to table event on insert. The whole code need to be copied and pasted there. Generally, when you copy, it comes, but something happened and it didn't get a copy. So you come here, go back, on insert. So we copied, then we need to see on before post. Now see what code is written. Okay, this code is proper. Like before post, we are checking the validation and then we are checking if a particular document type is allowed or not. So this is done. And one more thing we need to check on before open. On before open is also is there, and then uh, before open. These are the auto code is already written on after open. Okay, so everything is defined. Now, before open, what we are doing the validation of the document type. So let's close it and log in again. Not log in, just log the form again. So we are here. So we created now. We created implied document attachment, but we didn't give the permission to the user. So let's go back and define SU and check implies. So we need to go here and give all the permission. Like we can add, edit, delete, and the browse and download is yes, and Excel is yes. So close it, and load again. Now here I have this document type. Now you can see we didn't do anything, but because it's linked with the document type, so I can see the CV here. So I can double click and I can attach. I assume this is the CV. So let's because it has expiry. It's not expiry, but I just mentioned. Now here I can take health certificate. So you can attach anything. So basically what we have done, we just selected. Now here again I was just trying to validate. So excuse me. So we created the brand new transactions for the employee, and where we can go and attach all the document. Now here this is giving a active document. Then we need to copy and make all transaction document also. So you can see that you can create a complete fresh transaction for the document management. It takes maximum 5 minutes, and then your document management is completely ready. This is a basic document management. If you go and see the log, you can see from the employee. If I type here employee, see all the activity which we have done now. Okay, like there's two upload I have done. The system is keeping track all the activity from the form design to the upload. So it's a basic function which I have explained. It has a lot of in-depth like stages and other thing which we will talk in the next video. Thank you.